Hey guys, how y'all doing? Hope everything is well. Everything is good with me, y'all. Hope y'all had a nice and safe Thanksgiving. Mine was good. I hope y'all's was good, y'all. Anyway, y'all, we're gonna talk about this mass shooting that happened in Birmingham within a span of time, like not just like at one time. But this young man has been busy. This is a mess. He's very young to be. I don't know what the deal is with him, but he's very young to be on a powing spree like this. This is serious. Like this is no joke. Like they said, 11 gone and 29 injured in Birmingham Power. Birmingham 22-year-old Damian McDonald is now accused of is offing 11 people and injuring 29 others in 5 separate shootings in Birmingham. McDonald is facing several counts of capital murder, assault, attempt murder, and intentional murder in these cases. They said here we go. They said here are the following homicides and shooting McDaniel has been charged in. July 13th, 2024, 34 block of 27th Street North. Sorry, y'all, my voice is kind of cracking. The victims were identified as 24-year-old Anderson of Center Point, 39-year-old Stephen McGee of Birmingham, 42-year-old Makisha Gettins of Birmingham, and a 56-year-old Angela Weatherspoon of Center Point. They said a birthday party was being held that night. After the mass powering, y'all, Birmingham police said they believe at least one suspect drove by drove by in a vehicle and fired shots from the street to the avenue. They just had a drive by and just that's a lot of people, y'all. Like for real. It's not just like one place that this happened. Like boy was on, boy was busy. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if he had a vendetta out or revenge or whatever. Allegedly, I don't know. But let's keep reading. Okay. They said Birmingham the police department announced in the news conference that 27-year-old Woods would also was also indicted in the powering of Trendsetter at Trendsetter Lounge. That was a bar they was at. Birmingham is a much safer place since these individuals are behind bars, said the police department. Officer Fitzgerald. McDaniel was also. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, y'all. They said McDaniel was also indicted on capital murder on first-degree burglary in connection to the shooting death of a 61-year-old Charles Herbert Moore on August 13th. Woods is also charged in connection to the case. Dang, like what's going on here? This is like a mass shooting, y'all. This is crazy. August 13th, 2024. Dang. 3100 block of 43rd Avenue North. Just after 8 p.m., officers was called to the location on reports that a stolen vehicle had just been spotted. Police heard gun pow pow coming from the apartment in the area of the North Birmingham housing community, commonly referred to as Vice Hills. Officers then saw a person with a pow pow leave the apartment and confront him. During the confrontation, an officer shot at the suspect. The suspect got into a passenger side of the vehicle that had been reported stolen and left the area. The chase ended when the suspect abandoned the vehicle in the 41 block of Fairmont Place. They said Moore was found shot to death inside the apartment by responding officers. Whoa. Officer, okay, September 19th, 2024, 604 Bar on 9th Street North. Officer responded to a 604 bar just before 9 p.m. 35-year-old Brown of Birmingham was found unresponsive in the lounge after being powed. Officer responded to the same scene around 8:50 p.m. and found Brown unresponsive inside the lounge with a apparent pow wounds all over his body. Birmingham Fire and Rescue transported her to UAB Hospital, where she was pronounced deceased. Police said the shooting does not appear to be random. Does not appear to be random, but not believe Brown was the intended target. So they probably was after somebody at that lounge, and they just shot in the crowd as usual. And the one that the intended target usually don't get hit. It's always the innocent bystander. Okay, September 21st, 2024. The 2000 block of Magnolia Avenue South. 4 people was gone and 17 others was injured in a mass shooting in Five Point South. The victims was 21-year-old Andrea Holloman and Besama, 26-year-old Lynn Patterson Jr. of Birmingham, 27-year-old Booker of Birmingham, 27-year-old McCain, also from Birmingham. My goodness, y'all, like, oh, that's a lot, y'all. What's this, though? At least 100 shots was fired, according to the police. Okay, here we go. September 22nd, 2024. 700 block of 81st Street in South. Birmingham police responded to a shooting around 9:15 p.m. through the city shot spotter technology. It was determined at least 30 shots were fired. A man and a woman was both taken to the hospital by private vehicles. 32-year-old Jamarius of Birmingham was pronounced deceased by medical staff. Then confirmed another shooting victim was taken to another hospital. Investigators was working to determine if the person was powed where the other 2 victims were. Investigators received a tip that the latest shooting and homicide may be connected to Saturday night mass shooting. It's unclear if the shots was fired from a car or the suspects got out of the car before they started powering. A 22-year-old Laquan Lotta, 31-year-old Larry Rowland Jr., and 29-year-old Beck had also been charged in connection to this shooting. Dang, y'all, like, they was doing the most. With McDaniel being charged in 5 separate cases, police are now ruling out that McDaniel could potentially be linked to other unsolved homicides. What? What's wrong with homie? What's wrong with him? Like, he got a vendetta, y'all. Like for real, he has to have a vendetta. There's no way that you're just going around terrorizing Birmingham like this. I don't know if it's a feud going on or, it could be, and he just not. He's just built like that. That's what he doing. But he's in jail, so he ain't gonna be doing no more. Police have not let out the motive. However, Fitzgerald said we are investigating some of these homicides as paid for hire murders. Birmingham Police Department mentioned paid for hire as a possible motive during a news conference related to Five Point South shooting that day after the incident. Wow. McDaniel arrest was announced by BPD on August 16th. McDaniel made his first court appearance on August 17th, prior to being indicted on the mass shooting and the August homicide. Court records show, all court records show McDaniel pleaded guilty to 2 cases of attempted murder in 2023, receiving a sentence of 15 years, split 2 years to serve, with the third year on probation. They said the news did reach out to Jefferson County District Attorney's Office asking about McDaniel's release and what, if anything, will be done in the future to keep violent offenders behind bars. As far as them walking the streets, all the evidence appeared they did it, and no good, and then no good. React Birmingham residents. A resident said. He said he feels safer in the community knowing McDaniel, who is accused of several deadly shootings, is in custody. I feel like people like that need to be put away. That's what he said. Daniel is in the Jefferson County jail with no bond. Y'all, that's a lot of shooting. Boy was busy. Him and the others that was, taking it with him later on, they was doing the most. And it's probably a lot more of them out there, allegedly. I don't know. But they gotta feel a little comfort. But that's kind of weird for that young man to be so young, to be going on a like a mass, like a serial. That's true. Like serial killer. When you start shooting people, more than 2 people, you are straight a serial killer. They say that some was for hire. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. That's allegedly. I don't know. He was paid to go put a hit, to do a hit. I don't know. Allegedly. But this young man is way too young to be having all these bodies on him. Like, for real. But anyway, y'all could look at a small little clip and hit that like button and subscribe, y'all. Alright? Just wait for the
man charged in the 5 Point South mass shooting and 2 other deadly shootings in Birmingham now faces even more charges, including the mass shooting in July and another homicide in August. Here's a look at the timeline of these crimes. According to Birmingham police, 22-year-old Damian McDaniel of Bessemer is responsible for over 30% of the city's homicides from July to September. ABC 3340's Valerie Bell is working for you to learn more about these cases. Valerie, it's taken hours of investigating for police to piece all of these together.
It has, Megan, but the work doesn't stop there. Birmingham police say it's possible McDaniel could be connected to other unsolved homicides in Birmingham that hasn't been ruled out. Between July and September, Damian McDaniel is charged in 5 separate shootings. Altogether, he's accused of killing 11 people and injuring 29 others.
I feel like people like that need to be put away.
The deadly streak of crimes he's accused of started July 13th. It was at a venue ABC 3340 later discovered was unlicensed.
It's all right to make $1, but why should you make $1? You killing the neighborhood. This is my neighborhood.
The aftermath, blood on the streets, and anger and sadness in the community.
It's a shame. We got women dead now.
4 people were killed, 10 others were injured at that birthday party event.
Angie, I love you. Monique, my heart goes out to you. This sad.
According to police, McDaniel didn't act alone in this deadly mass shooting. 27-year-old Hatarius Woods was also indicted in this case.
Birmingham is most definitely a safer place with these individuals behind bars.
McDaniel was also indicted for capital murder again and burglary for an incident that happened a month later. Woods is also charged in that case. It involved a stolen vehicle, a man killed in an apartment, officers firing shots at the suspect, and a chase.
Very chaotic scene.
McDaniel is also accused of killing a 35-year-old woman. Police didn't believe she was the intended target when she was shot inside 604 Bar on September 19th.
We are very deeply saddened by what happened.
A few days later, 100 shots rang out on a Saturday night in 5 Points South, a popular nightlife spot.
So probably about 5 or 6 that went out on the stretcher that I saw. I'm sure it was probably more.
4 people were killed. 17 others were injured.
I had to get out of there, so I was hopping on one leg.
Less than 24 hours later, dozens of rounds went off in Eastlake, killing a man and injuring 2 others. McDaniel has already had his first court appearance for that. 4 others were also charged in connection to that incident. As for the motive behind all these deadly shootings McDaniel is accused of, police aren't laying that out on the table yet.
We most certainly are investigating some of these homicides as actual pay-for-hire murders.
Court records show McDaniel pleaded guilty to 2 cases of attempted murder in 2023, receiving a sentence of 15 years split, 2 years to serve, with 3 years on probation. We've reached out to the DA's office asking about McDaniel's release and what, if anything, will be done in the future to keep violent offenders behind bars.
As far as them walking the streets and all of the evidence appears that they did it, then no good.
McDaniel remains in the Jefferson County Jail with no bond.
I feel safer for the community and especially the youth.
Police have also pointed out that tips from people in the community have helped. As they continue to investigate, they ask anyone with any additional information about these cases to contact them. Live in